I'm Hugo.
And I'm Jake.
And this is The Bible Reloaded.
Pocket Edition!
Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to this special We Were Wrong edition of The Bible Reloaded.
So anytime we're wrong, if the content is good enough, what we're going to do is make you guys a special episode. And what we were wrong about was a very small, it wasn't really a big deal. But we like to fact check. We like to make sure if we're talking shit about the Bible, we're talking accurate shit about the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we said that something happened to Lilith, which didn't kind of happen that way. So what happened, Hugo?
Well, in our conversation, in I believe episode 1, I said that Lilith was utterly destroyed when she was not subservient to the man.
Right.
I was wrong. She wasn't utterly destroyed. What did happen is kind of more interesting, and we're going to get into that because today in this special edition, we're going to read the story of Lilith to you guys, and as a special bonus, neither of us have actually read this. This is our honest reactions.
The only part of this we read is the part where we found out she wasn't destroyed.
Yeah.
So this is real time, kind of. It's fun. Good stuff.
All right. So for any of you, as we discussed before, it's a story just like any story from the Bible. It just wasn't added in the Bible. There are other stories very similar. Our source on this we'll put in the link or in the description, just so you guys know where we're getting this from. It's from a book about Hebrew myths, just like any story from the Bible.
Robert Graves and Raphael Paté, I think that's how you say it.
And even on here, there are further sources. Once our source has further sources to its sources.
Right. So we checked to make sure this isn't just some asshole.
All right.
Anyways,
so let's begin.
Okay.
Adam's helpmeets.
And this is an excerpt from Genesis 2.
Yes. Having decided to give Adam a helpmeet, lest he should be alone of his kind, God put him into a deep sleep, removed one of his ribs, formed it into a woman, and closed up the wound. Adam awoke and said, "This being shall be named woman, because she has been taken out of man. A man and woman shall be one flesh." The title he gave her was Eve, the mother of all the living. Some say Eve didn't exist yet. This is part of the disparity between the two parts in the Bible where he creates women more than once. So this begins the Lilith story before Eve. God had sent Adam to name every beast, bird, and other living thing when they passed before him in the pairs, male and female. Adam, being already like a 22-year-old male, felt jealous of their loves, and though he tried coupling with each female in turn, found no satisfaction in the act.
Keep going. Just keep going.
He therefore cried, "Every creature but I has a proper mate," and prayed God would remedy the injustice.
So, what that just said was Adam fucked goats and shit. He was having sex with animals, dude. And this is probably the reason why it's not in the Bible.
Yeah.
This is the book of Lilith saying Adam had relations with animals, but he couldn't find the right one for him. In episode 1, I cut out a part that said, "Oh, Adam was tired of fucking the monkey." I was right! I should have kept it in! I should have kept it in. I'm so disappointed.
Wow. Alright. God then formed Lilith, the first woman, just as he had formed Adam. Except that he used filth and sediment instead of pure dust. Well, there's some shit over there I'll throw together.
It's just putting women underneath men.
From Adam's union with this demoness. They even then say demoness, so okay. And with another like her named Nama. So now there's another one.
Yeah. Keep reading. Holy shit.
I know. Tubal-Cain's sisters sprang Asmodeus and innumerable demons that still plague mankind. Oh, that explains where demons come from. Many generations later, Lilith and Nama come to Solomon's judgment seat disguised as harlots of Jerusalem.
They're skipping entire sections. I know now why they took this shit out.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense, literally.
Anyway. Adam and Lilith never found peace together, for when he wished to lie with her, she took offense at the recumbent posture he demanded. So, sex position.
Right.
"Why must I lie beneath you?" she asked. She's essentially saying, I don't want to do a missionary position, I'm not subservient to you. "I was also made from dust, and am therefore your equal."
Wow. First powerful woman.
I know, good for her.
Yeah.
Because Adam tried to compel her obedience by force, Lilith, in rage, uttered the magic name of God. She rose into the air and left him. So, citing the magic name of God gave her power. She was not utterly destroyed, which is interesting. I don't know. But the entire point that they're making her out to be evil for not being subservient.
And not just being subservient, for not wanting to be underneath them while they have sex. She's totally cool with having sex with him. Just can I be on top?
Maybe even like doggy style, but I mean...
Fucking reverse cowgirl.
Okay. Adam complained to God, "I have been deserted by my helpmeet." God at once sent the angels Sansenoi and Semengelov to fetch Lilith back. They found her beside the Red Sea, a region abounding in lascivious demons, to whom she bore Lilith at the rate of more than 100 a day. "Return to Adam without delay," the angel said, "or we will drown you."
Wow! Fuck!
Lilith asked, "How can I return to Adam and live like an honest housewife after my stay at the Red Sea?" "It will be death to refuse," they answered. "How can I die?" Lilith asked again, "when God has ordered me to take charge of all newborn children, boys up to the 8th day of life, that of circumcision, girls up to the 20th day. Nonetheless, if I ever see your 3 names or likenesses displayed in an amulet above a newborn, I promise to spare it." To this they agreed, but God punished Lilith by making 100 of her demon children perish daily, and if she could not destroy a human infant because of the angelic amulet, she would spitefully turn against her own.
So, is this talking about...
the high mortality rate for infants.
Right.
That's what this is explaining. Okay. Yet she escaped the curse of death which overtook Adam, since they had parted long before the fall. Lilith and Nama not only strangle infants, but also seduce dreaming men.
Strangle infants!
They also seduce dreaming men, any one of whom sleeping alone may be their victim. So again, as we said before,
wet dreams?
The wet dreams, the bejays, the ghost bejays.
Yeah, ghost bejays.
Undismayed by his failure to give Adam a suitable helpmeet, God tried again and left him watch while he built up woman's anatomy, using bones, tissues, muscles, blood, and glandular secretions.
What?
Wow!
Glandular secretions?
Then covering the whole with skin and adding tufts of hair in places.
Vagina.
Yeah. The sight caused Adam such disgust, even when this woman, the first Eve, stood there in her full beauty. Invincible repugnance. He felt an invincible repugnance. What the fuck is this? God knew that he had failed once more and took the first Eve away. Where she went, nobody knows for certain. Wow.
God tried a third time.
God tried a third time and acted more circumspectly. Having taken a rib from Adam's side in his sleep, he formed it into a woman, then plaited her hair and adorned her like a bride with 24 pieces of jewelry. Before waking him, Adam was entranced. See how much has changed just by leaving out this one,
right? And
this
one
part
is
particular
crazy.
Myth. Yeah.
No, this next part, did you read it yet?
Oh, no.
Holy shit.
Some say that God created Eve not from Adam's rib, but from a tail ending in a sting which had been part of his body. God cut this off, and the stump, now a useless coccyx, is still carried by Adam's descendants. Interesting.
That's how they describe the tailbone.
I would say it's a vestigial appendage left over by evolution, but
you know.
That's just based on science. Others say that God's original thought had been to create 2 human beings, male and female, but instead he designed a single one with a male face looking forward and a female face looking back. Again, he changed his mind, removed Adam's backward-looking face, and built a woman's body for it.
Ew.
Wow, this mythology... See, this is so much more interesting to me than the actual Christian canon mythology, because, I guess, for one, I haven't heard this. It's interesting, but... Still others hold that Adam was originally created as an androgen of male and female bodies joined back to back. Since this posture made locomotion difficult and conversation awkward, God divided the androgen and gave each half a new rear. These separate beings he placed in Eden, forbidding them to couple. Wow, that was interesting. I don't know, man. I don't know. Here are the sources. I don't know what to say about it. It's very interesting. But I'd say I oversimplified the shit out of that in episode 1.
Yeah, wow. I was aware of Lilith too. I mean, we talked about it before, and I was like, oh, you know, Lilith and all that shit. But you knew a little bit more. But Jesus,
it's weird. Even like Old Testament, when they were putting the what we now know as the Old Testament together, they're like, we better take this shit out. We're not including this.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the author has some notes here. And I'll just do one of them because it's great. Remember how back at the beginning he was fucking animals? It says verbatim, The tradition that man's first sexual intercourse was with animals, not women, may be due to the widely spread practice of bestiality among herdsmen of the Middle East, which is still condoned by custom. Although figuring 3 times in the Pentateuch as a capital crime, in the Akkadian Gilgamesh epic, Enkidu is said to have lived with gazelles and jostled other wild beasts at the watering place, until civilized by Eru's priestess. Having enjoyed her embraces for 6 days and 7 nights, he wished to rejoin the wild beasts, but to his surprise they fled from him. Enkidu then knew that he had gained understanding, and the priestess said, "Thou art wise, Enkidu, like unto a god."
Interesting. So that's almost instead of forbidden fruit, the forbidden fruit was being with a woman, and then from then on he had that knowledge. Again, noticing the similarities between the two stories. Gilgamesh, I believe, is the oldest written story.
It's the oldest written story in the history of man.
Yeah. So that was written before the Old Testament. Just so you know. I don't know. But that's that. Thanks everyone for listening. We corrected ourselves, hopefully, in this. We rectified.
And entertained a little bit.
Yeah. I think we're going to go fuck some wild animals now. It's in there.
I call the cat.
Wow.
He's domesticated.
It makes it so much worse because there is a cat in the vicinity.
His name's Ernie. He's cute.
No, he's not.
Fuck you. He's cute.
Whatever.
Anyways.
Alright. Thank you for listening to this Pocket Edition. Until next time, I'm Hugo.
And I'm Jake.
And this has been the Bible Reloaded
Pocket Edition. Science bless.